Okay, the structure faces northwest, and we're just saying north because it's easier for me to write a report. I probably as easily could have said west, but this is called a control joint. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will, but we're in North Texas on expansive clay soil, and so we're going to expect some movement. All right, so that's why we have these control joints. There's one right over there. There's one right over there. You'll notice we have control joints at our parkway sidewalks. We have control joints in the street because we expect all these things to move. That's what they're there for. These holes on the bottom, these are called weep holes, and they're by design, okay? That's the drainage plane because this is not a brick house. This is a brick house, I get it, okay? This is a wood-built stick house, all right? And the brick is a fascia. And I mean, you could take all the brick off and the house would stand. And it's a very good building material because this house could burn down and you could reuse the brick. It's a very good insulator, both for sound and heat, you know. But it's porous. It's very porous. When water hits it, if your lawn sprinkler systems are hitting it, it goes right through it. And so that's what these weep holes are for. These weep holes are so that any moisture that gets underneath there, most of the time, it's going to be water vapor. Most of the time it's going to be water vapor. And if you have an event, I hope you don't, I've seen a couple, and water will come out of there. But it's most of the time, but if you have like ants or something, you know, don't cover those up. Those are by design. Now, up here, if you look up in your soffit, you see that pipe up there, that's your secondary drain line. Your secondary drain line for your cooling system, for your evaporator coil. It's like a spare tire. If water's coming out of that, and that's why they put it over the window. If you look out your window and you see water coming out of there, you know that you need an air conditioning technician because the first pipe clogged up, and that's the second pipe. If the second pipe clogs up, it's going to go through your ceiling. So it's called a warning. Your rain gutter is supposed to carry water away from the structure. Away from the structure. It's not supposed to be like that. Okay, it's supposed to be several feet away from the structure. And there's pluses and minuses for that. I get it. You know, you got a pipe that comes this far out. People are stepping on it. People are crushing on it. Lawn crews. Sometimes they will put pins in them so you can take the extenders off, mow your yard, and put them back on. Another way to do it is to take it underground. It costs a little more to do it that way, but that's another way to do it. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue. And these bushes right here were placed, these little hollies, were placed too close to the house. So when they grow, they're going to grow next to it. Remember, brick is porous. The water goes in behind the brick. It's porous. It's not going to dry out like it should with these bushes next to it. And carpenter ants can use them as a bridge to come in. So they're placed now. Bushes in front of your house, shrubs in front of your house, cut the shear force of the wind. That can actually help with your utilities. So the landscaping is not a bad thing. It's that these are too close. This is called a unicorn here. This is pretty amazing. Alright, you see these little stamps right there? That means that the Post-Tension Slab Institute, somebody that's certified from the Post-Tension Slab Institute, has okayed this foundation to be poured, that it was poured and it met their specifications. That's a nice thing. Alright, I don't see that very often, to be honest. That's I would take that as a big old flat bonus plus. See behind here, you don't want that. Okay, because termites, they're blind and they go places where you can't see, so they can. I don't know if you heard the story about Ray Charles, who's blind, and Willie Nelson, and they both played chess, and they were playing at a concert down in Austin. And even though Ray Charles is blind, he can feel the chess pieces. and he knows what a king is, and a knight. Okay. So Willie comes by and he says, "You want to play some chess?" And his board, Ray Charles, the house is dark because he's blind, right? So and he could feel the pieces, and he whooped Willie Nelson 3 times in a row playing chess. Willie said, "Okay, well, it's time for the show to start, so we got to get going." And Ray Charles said, "Well, let's play some more chess sometime." And Willie Nelson said, "Well, next time we play chess, we're going to do it with the lights on." Ha ha ha, that's a joke. But termites are blind, like Ray Charles. And so they sense darkness. And so when you put stuff like that, or the bushes next to the house, they know, intuitively, they know that they can't be seen, and that's where they want to go. That's how they want to attack your house. Okay. Now this is a Roman arch. It's nice and strong. It does not change the drainage plane. We get our windows over here. Okay, we got metal lintels that are supporting the brick above. Okay, and that changed the drainage plane. So when you have lintels, you have the metal lintels, you're supposed to have weep holes. See, there's a weep hole right there and a weep hole right there, just like the drainage plane around the foundation perimeter. Now, these are metal lintels. Metal lintels should be painted. When metal rusts, it expands. And if it expands, it's going to crack your brickwork, or your fancy brickwork. Got double pane vinyl frame windows here. Along. Front porch. Okay. Coming along, my client had some concern that the casement did not go all the way to this concrete. The casement is supposed to be separated from the concrete like that, okay, so that water doesn't wick up off of the concrete when it rains, and capillary action doesn't come in and rot your casement prematurely. It's actually a good thing. You probably could seal this right there a little bit. In fact, you can see where the sealants come loose. It should look like that. It shouldn't look like